Hi everyone, my name is Samantha Nelson. I'm the Director of Client Success at Trendancy Research, and welcome back to Trendancy's Chart of the Week. This week, we continue to dive into Trendancy data on HR, career happiness, and how the American workforce continues to change as we get ready to mark the 2-year anniversary of the coronavirus epidemic in the United States. You may remember a few weeks ago, my colleague Bennett Lipscomb, our Vice President of Products and Panels, walked us through some interesting data points on the 4-day work week compared to the productivity balance that comes with removing one full day from the work week schedule. Since then, we've seen numerous headlines about various countries, and specifically I'm thinking about Belgium, implementing new 4-day work week structures. So today we're going to revisit that data to talk about the one question I hear most often when discussing the 4-day work week. Doesn't this limit employees and therefore their company's productivity? Trendancy has been asking its panelists how much their own productivity would change if they moved to a 4-day work week, and honestly, we're seeing a really good balance here. A majority of panelists are saying that their productivity would be the same. Not less, not more, but the same. And I'd make a really strong argument here that this group would end up being happier employees at the end of the day with a 4-day work week because they may feel their productivity at work continues to be the same, but their work-life balance overall would naturally improve by just getting another day back. They're getting the same amount of work done while balancing out the life side of work-life balance. So we're talking about individual employees here, but what about the concern that companies' overall productivity is affected negatively by shortening the work week by a day? I think a popular perception of the 4-day work week is that people end up working less. But we see here that only 11% are saying their productivity would decrease. That's 1 in 10. And I think that a better question to ask is why removing just one day from the work week makes this cohort feel like they would be less productive. It might not even be the schedule at all. It could be other external factors that could put stress on that schedule, such as workplace conditions, lack of the right tools, too many meetings, and so forth. And in fact, the percentage of panelists who think a 4-day work week would actually make them more productive is more than double in size compared to those panelists who think their productivity would decrease. So I think the 11% here isn't a deal breaker for shifting to a 4-day work week on the basis of employee productivity. Overall, I don't think we've seen many negative impacts of shifting to a 4-day work week with this data or any of the other data we've covered so far. Converting to a 4-day work week would certainly be a significant culture change for some, but it can also be one of the many tools companies and organizations can utilize to increase and keep up their employees' happiness, and then in turn better retain those employees. All part of this strategy forming in the face of this great resignation movement. That's all for this week. Thanks for tuning in. And if you want to see more of our data in action, head over to trendancy.com. See you next week.